Hi, I'm Becky. I'm a paediatric speech and language therapist from the UK, and I'm so excited to bring you the first presentation from this year's Big EI event. Today's presentation is all about building vocabulary skills using the focused stimulation approach. Firstly, the main question is, what is focused stimulation? It's an evidence-based therapy approach that involves using general language stimulation techniques such as commenting, modelling and pausing, alongside frequent, highly concentrated repetitions of target vocabulary. In this approach, the adult creates opportunities to model these words multiple times across a variety of contexts, such as when reading a book, during play, or at the store. One key aspect of focused stimulation is that the child is never required to imitate the target words. You focus on providing multiple opportunities for the child to hear and use the words during the activities, but you're not requiring them to use the target words, so you're not telling them to imitate. You provide the multiple opportunities by using general language stimulation techniques, such as pausing, offering choices, and so on. So, who is focused stimulation suitable for? The approach is designed specifically for children who are at single word level of language development, and it's beneficial for children who have gaps in their vocabulary and language skills. And now you may be wondering, can caregivers be coached to use this approach? And well, yes. Research has shown that parents and caregivers can be coached to use this intervention with their young children with significant positive effects. Cable and Domsch found that therapy approaches which involve focused stimulation and modelling of single words were effective approaches that can improve the language skills of children with late language emergence. They also found that the combination of focused stimulation and parent training was associated with medium to large effect sizes in the studies that they reviewed. That's a good thing. Another study cited by Feinstack and Fay found that when mothers were trained to use general language stimulation strategies alongside a focused stimulation component, their children had significantly larger vocabularies, used a significantly greater number of words, including target and control words, and produced significantly more multi-word combinations than children in the control group. So now you understand what the approach is, let's talk about target selection. In the focused stimulation approach, you typically select several specific language targets to address in therapy. It's around 10 to 12 words as recommended by Susan Lederer. The best practice guidance advises that these words are modelled a minimum of 5 times before you model another target. So if you're working on verbs, you would model the target word jump at least 5 times in a natural way before you begin modelling another word. But that key word is at least, so you can of course model the word many more times if it's appropriate in the activity. According to Susan Lederer, target word selection should be carried out prior to intervention and should consider the child's current speech production skills, their present expressive vocabulary, developmental language norms, and the child's individual interests. If you want to learn more about choosing target words for toddlers, head to my blog post at bit.ly/SLT-target words. When selecting target words for this approach, it's recommended that you choose a range of nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositions, concepts, social words, and so on. The reason behind this is that research has shown that having a range of word types helps children to communicate a variety of needs, such as requesting, commenting, using greetings, and so on. Additionally, targeting different word types also helps to form the foundation for combining words and building those early sentences. Okay, let's focus on general language stimulation for just a moment. General language stimulation strategies involve making changes to the physical and linguistic environments in order to increase the opportunities for the child to hear developmentally appropriate language. Examples of strategies include commenting, offering choices, pausing and expectant waiting, and following the child's lead, and more. As mentioned previously, the focused stimulation approach combines the use of general language facilitation strategies alongside frequent repetitions of target words. Whereas there are no specific language targets addressed in the general language stimulation approach. The addition of specific language targets is what distinguishes focused stimulation from simply being general language stimulation. Okay, so now you understand more about what focused stimulation is, who it's suitable for, and how to implement it. You want to think about planning activities. So with activities, you want to identify a range of contexts where the adults, such as you and the caregivers, will have multiple opportunities to model the target words. Best practice guidance outlined by Lederer in 2002 and Feinstack and Fay explains that activities should provide multiple opportunities, be engaging and meaningful, incorporate both play and daily routines. So let's focus on each recommendation. The guidance explains that any activities you set up should provide multiple opportunities for you to repeatedly model the specific target words through repetition, modelling, commenting, and so on, and should provide multiple opportunities for the child to use the specific target words as opposed to just talking more in a general way. And so you do that by offering choices, pausing, or waiting expectantly. Additionally, the activities should be engaging and meaningful for the child. They should appeal to the child's interests. We know that children are more likely to communicate when they're motivated by and engaged with an activity, so they should be fun and engaging and meaningful to them. We know that children learn best through play, and many target words can be modelled during play, so you want to set up engaging play activities that relate to the target words. For example, if you're targeting verbs, you could get a doll, some food and some self-care items, and engaging play modelling words such as eat, drink, sleep or wash, while providing opportunities for the child to use the words too. If you're focusing on transport words, you can play with toy vehicles and model the words multiple times while driving vehicles up and down ramps or around a road mat. We also know that embedding language strategies and target words during daily routines is an effective way to help caregivers to provide the necessary support for their child. So you can model the same target words during daily routines. For example, verbs and body parts can be targeted during self-care activities such as bath time, with like wash plus body part, dry plus body part. And any food names can be modelled repeatedly during meal times, which typically occur 3 times a day. Now, I know that sometimes when you hear about an approach, when you hear about an approach, you can go one of 2 ways. You can feel overwhelmed at the idea of implementing something new, and so you stick to what you know, or you can get super excited and think of loads of kids it would be suitable for, but then get overwhelmed at how and when to start. So, luckily, I've done the hard bit for you. I've done the research and explained it all. I've pored over word lists and developmental language norms, and I've come up with tons of activity plans and materials for you to use right away. So if you're wanting some ready-made resources to help you get started with using and implementing the focused stimulation approach in your early intervention or preschool sessions, you should check out the early language units in my TPT store. Each and every activity included in the early language units has been created in line with best practice guidance outlined throughout this presentation. So they're not only designed to be interesting and engaging for the child, but they also provide multiple opportunities for you to repeatedly model the specific target words and for the child to use the words. Each early language unit contains a mix of engaging adult-directed activities, child-led activities, printable materials, interactive digital activities in PowerPoint format, therapist activity plans, parent caregiver handouts, and so much more. At the time of recording, there are 3 early language units available, with 1 coming soon, and you can purchase these separately or in a money-saving bundle. There's currently a farm-themed unit, a transport-themed unit, and a verbs-themed unit, and then there are 3 more coming. Each unit focuses on 12 target words with a mix of word types as recommended, and each unit comes with everything you need to get started. They've been specifically designed to make planning and delivering this intervention a breeze. You can purchase a growing bundle from my TPT store now at the link bit.ly/SLT-ELU-bundle. And if you want to see what some of the activity plans look like, you can grab a free sample at the link bit.ly/SLT-ELU-freebie. I really believe in this approach, and I hope you found the presentation useful and informative. I hope it's given you some fresh ideas for your early intervention or preschool sessions. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to tune in